Hi guys, this is Christy Fulk with Create with Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. Well, I'm back with my monthly online card club. This is for the month of October 2024, and I'm featuring the Reindeer Fun Bundle this month. Now, my monthly online card club is subscription-based, and if you'd like to join, just look down the video description below, and you'll see my monthly online card club link. Click on that, and you'll find the subscription button there. It is $43.50 a month, and my club members this month will get everything here. I do my subscriptions through PayPal, so that's PayPal's who takes care of that. Whenever you subscribe, they will charge your card the $43.50 a month at the same time every single month until you pause or cancel, and that's up to you. Whenever you want to pause or cancel, you do that yourself, and PayPal makes it really easy and simple. If you don't have an account, don't worry. You just give them your information and they'll charge your card every month. Okay, well, I'm going to show you what my club members get with their $43.50 this month. They always get the card kits to make 2 each of the 4 cards that I make. And I will be showing you how to make card number 1 here in just a minute. I'll even show you all the cards here in a minute too. But they get everything here. I do all the embossing for them and any die cutting that is done that is not part of the bundle. So I can see this tag here was from another die set, so I die cut those for them. So they get these card kits to make 2 each of the cards. They will also get a full pack of the real red and white adhesive back peppermints. And don't worry, these are not available right now. I ordered enough for my club and a few extra. So, and they'll become available again too if I end up running out, but I don't think I will. I think I've got plenty. So if you want to subscribe, make sure you do that and you'll get these peppermints. They're really hard to get a hold of. And then also the real red and white baker's twine. They'll get a full spool of this. They will also get a quarter pack of the festive glimmer paper. So they'll get one 6 by 12 inch piece of each color. And this is garden green, real red, and granny apple green. Normally, I don't add this. I usually just have DSP, the ribbon, and the embellishments. But I wasn't quite up to I do at least $22 worth of product, and I wasn't up to that. So I want to make sure I add something else, so they're going to also get a quarter pack of that glimmer paper. They'll also get a half pack of the Reindeer Days Designer Series paper, and I'll be calling it DSP from here on out. It's just a little easier to say. Now, this looks small. It's because I only have 1 pack of this right now, and it's not available. It will be in time for me to place the order for club. But this is about the biggest sheet I've got right now. I've been using it quite a bit. I love this one. So they will get a 6 by 12 inch piece, just like they see here, and 2 of each. So it'll be the size of this one, plus they'll get 2 of each. And this is the other side to that one. Always like to show the design. So we've got this one and this one. And this one right here can be die cut with one of the dies in the bundle, which is always fun when they do that. Turn this over. Now we've got these 2 designs. So it's this side and this side. Then we've got this one and this one. And then these 2 are one side and the other. And then we've got this one, and that's the other side to that one. So it's a really fun pack. I really had fun making these cards. The colors are really neat. I love the colors in the paper, and it's just a really neat DSP pack. So to recap, what my club members will get, they'll get that half pack. There'll be 6 by 12 sheets, and they'll get 2 of each. So it's half pack of the Reindeer Days DSP, a quarter pack of the festive glimmer paper, a full pack of the real red and white adhesive back peppermints, a full spool of the real red and white baker's twine, and the card kits to make 2 each of the cards where I do the embossing for them and any die cutting that's done without the bundle that's being featured. Now, speaking of the featured bundle, it is the Reindeer Fun. Let me show you this real quick. They have the option to add this on. This is in addition to the $43.50 a month, but this is optional. If you don't own this and you're in my club, you can use another bundle. But if they get this, they only pay for the price of the bundle, which is $54. They get the whole thing. I pay the shipping and tax that Stampin' Up! Charges. So all they're going to pay is the $54 extra. So that saves them a little money. Get this open, and it's actually all those dies. Can you believe it? They're 18 dies. So it's a really good deal. So that's in addition to their, this is an optional add-on for $54. So they'll have that option to do that in the club. Okay, now if you have any questions, just click that contact me link down below in the video description and let me know. Also, you can also comment below also. Do want to let you know you do need to subscribe by October 15th, 2024 in order to get this club. If you do after that, you'll subscribe to the next club, which will be in November. But you do need to hurry. I'm running a little behind, so we have a few days to get this, to subscribe for this. So you just click on that link below for my card club. You'll get all the information there again. Sometimes it's easier to read it. And you can subscribe. Once you subscribe, and if you want the add-on, then you can scroll down a little farther and you can find the link button to the add-on. And also include the inks that you need. There aren't that many inks that you'll need ahead of time and little things like that on that page also. So from here on out, it's going to be just like, oh, wait a minute. I forgot to show you the cards. Let's hurry up and do that. This is going to be card number 2. So this one's going to be done in the exclusive video. Then this one will be in the exclusive video. I want to do one without the deer, or a reindeer, that is. This will be in the exclusive video. And this is the one that I'll be making right now. So I'll be doing this here in just a minute. So just to explain, for those of you that are in my club, this is where you're going to want to start watching so you can start making your card. Those of you that aren't, you'll get an idea of how this works. And if you want to subscribe, like I said, you just click on that card club link below and find the subscription button there on that page. Okay, time for the club card. Okay, guys, it's time to make card number 1. Make sure you look at the PDF that I sent you in the email. It has all the dimensions in it, in case you want to make any extra than the 2 that are in your card kit. Also gives you the supply list, links to all the videos, so make sure you keep that PDF because that is very, very important. But just look at the card number 1, get all your supplies together, and come back and make this card. Okay, let's get started. Okay, you want to get the bundle out, and the stamps, we're not going to do a lot of stamping with this one, but you are going to need the bells right here, the little snowflake type one here, and you're also going to need the Christmas is Better Together and the May All Your Days Be Full of Cheer. Then with the dies, you're going to need this one for the bells. We're going to need, let's see, this one to die cut the reindeer. And that, oh wait, no, take that back. We do need some more on this sheet. We need this one here because we're going to make some holly and the little berries. And those are all the dies that you're going to need. Okay, I want you to get your glimmer paper out. We'll go ahead and cut that first. You need to get the Granny Apple Green, so it's a lighter green one here. And we need a 4 by 1.5. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the 1.5 first. So I'm going to, whenever I'm right-handed, so whenever it's 1.5 or less, I always like to use this side of my trimmer, just a little easier for me to cut. So there's our 1.5 strip. And then we need to be 4 inches. Now I'm just going to be cutting for one card. If you're wanting to do both your cards at the same time, then cut another 4-inch strip out of this. Now we need to grab the DSP. Okay, from the DSP, we need, I think it's this one. Yes, get this one out. It's got the red bells on the back. And we need a 4 by 5.25 inch piece. So I'm going to line this up at the 4-inch mark, like so. And don't worry, you're going to have another whole sheet of this. We are going to use a lot of this piece, but you've got another 6 by 12 sheet in there. And then do 5.25. And then you can get your other 5.25 inch piece out of this. Okay, I'm going to bring this back in again. And we need the one with the deer on the pale green piece. And I'm going to take my paper snips. And what I want is one of these that has, it's the dark deer with her baby, because that's the one that matches up with the die. If you want any of the others, you can, just you'll have to fussy cut those out. But I'm going to go around and just loosely cut this out. So I'm going to let the die do the major cutting. So this way I still have a lot of paper left over. And who knows, I might want that partial tray. I'm going to go ahead and cut around that too. So you'll need that. That's all the paper you need. Okay, now you need to get your baker's twine out. You can't see my ruler down here. I keep cutting that off for some reason. Ooh, I got a little that looks kind of funny, so I'm going to take that off. I don't need that thick piece. I need a 12-inch piece. So I'm measuring from down here, but I'll put it up here so you can see where I'm cutting. That's the 12-inch mark. And I just need the 12-inch for my one card. You cut off another one if you're doing your second card. Okay, this is a photopolymer stamp set because we're going to do some stamping first. So I got my Stampin' Pierce mat, and I am going to be stamping off the cardstock a little bit. So I'm grabbing a little piece of grid paper. That way I don't get any ink on this. It will wipe off of here, just is a little easier to have paper there. So I want you to grab that tag. And the first thing we're going to stamp is the Christmas is Better Together. So grab that stamp in the Real Red ink pad. And you are going to stamp that kind of up here near the top, but down a little bit. Pick this up, and then you can see right where I put it. So it's not all the way up here, just it comes down a little bit, because we're going to put some bells up here. So I want to have room for that. So you want it about right there. Now I'm going to grab the pool party and grab the snowflakes. And I'm going to put snowflakes around this, all over the tag, over the greeting. I'm actually going to stamp it again without re-inking. I just want a faint look around the words, because if it is too dark, then you're not going to be able to read. So a couple of them is fine, and whenever I'm going just on the white, I'm not stamping off. So that's why I'm going to re-ink the rest of the way. It doesn't matter if you don't do it in little triangles like I normally do. With this stamp, they're all scattered, so it doesn't look like you're stamping in a straight line. I love it when they do that. So there, the tag, you know what, I think I need a little bit right there, so we'll do one there. So the tag is done. We need to, let's go ahead and keep the pool party out. Grab the inside of your card. That's the last thing we need to stamp. This is a 4x5 1/4 inch piece of basic white. Grab the bells and stamp them there in the bottom right corner. And then I thought this, may all your days be full of cheer, is a great one. It can go on the outside of the card, but I think it works really good on the inside of the card. So I'm actually using this on every single card, putting it on the inside. Because whenever I mass produce cards, I like to have a greeting in there so I don't have to write a sentiment inside every time. So there we go. So that is all the stamping we need to do. So let's get the die cutting machine out. Okay, to get our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine ready for die cutting, I've got the big base platform at the bottom, die plate number 2, and a standard cutting plate number 3. And let's see how much we can get on this one sheet. We need to get this garden green piece. This is a 5.5 by 2. This is going to be for both of your cards. And then this one, let's get the deer here. This is a piece of Real Red that's 2 by 1. That's enough for both of your cards. And last but not least, this is a 2 by 1.5 piece of the silver foil sheets. And I think we can get everything on here. Yay, I love it when that happens. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one first, because this one takes some lining up. So you just make sure that the image in the DSP fills up the center of that die, the opening. That looks pretty good. I'm always at an angle because of my microphone, so hopefully that's going to be good. Now I'm going to use Post-it tape. You can also use Post-it notes or the low-tack painter's tape, but the Post-it tape works great. Then I'm going to grab the holly and put that here. Like I said, I gave you plenty. You just need one more for the second card, so you'll have extra. The bells are going to go on this piece, and then the berries are going to go here. I'm not going to worry about taping those down. Just as long as I know they stay on the cardstock, they'll be fine. Lay this down nice and easy. And I always hold it down a little bit here when I first start putting it through. Once the dies have gotten through here, then I know they're not going to move on me anymore. So get this out of the way because I'm done with that. Let's see here. Here's the holly. Not coming out right now, but it'll be easy to take out these little holes right here. Just take the paper piercer to take your pick tool, and it pops right out, because there's that. Here are the berries, and they're all connected. You don't have to worry about a whole bunch of little circles coming out. There we go. And I'll have little holes in there for detail. Get those two pieces out of the way because I need those for my second card. And then we've got the bells. Now, some of these actually poke out pieces in the bell. The smaller ones are actually the ones that will help it come out. Oh, they fell out already. I didn't even notice that. So there are the 2 bells. And I got a couple pieces in there. I'll poke those out later, but make sure you take those out before you die cut any more. That way it'll keep die cutting really good for you. So this tape even is nice on DSP. I don't have to worry about it tearing. And let's try and get my tape put back on my machine. There we go. And there we've got this. I love that these are connected. I don't have to worry about loosening this little guy. But if you were to ever want to separate them, it's just a little bitty thing here you could cut and a little bitty thing here you could cut and make them separate. But I love that they're together, and that's the way I want it for my card. Okay, we're all done die cutting, so let's finish the card. Okay, go ahead and get your card base out. This is 5.5 by 8.5 piece of Pool Party. Get those corners lined up. Get my bone folder. Okay, and the fold needs to be on the left, but we can put this on the side for right now. I want you to grab that DSP that we cut out, the large one, the 4 by 5.25, and the piece of that glimmer paper, the 4 by 1.5. I'm going to turn this over, get my seal out. And I'm just going to go all the way across those short ends, and then a few here on the long ends. And this is going to go right along the center. So I'm just eyeballing it. If you could measure if you want to, but I always just eyeball it. Make sure it looks straight before I push it down all the way. Check both ways. I think that looks pretty good. So push that down. It doesn't look like anything is hanging over the side, so I can go ahead and put this on the card. If it's ever, the strip is ever longer, then you can just clip off what's hanging over and then put it on your card base. So I'm going to put this one right here in the center. I'm going to bring in the tag and bring in the 2 bells and my baker's twine. Okay, now I could put glue dots on these, but I didn't have any trouble with these things moving on me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first take, let's see here, make sure I'm thinking correctly. I want to take the big one first. Nope, I do want to take the small one. So take the small one first. I forgot how I threaded this. Just go from the top to the bottom. Just kind of move that down a little bit. Then thread the larger bell. There we go. And then I'm going to take it and thread it through the hole in the tag. Okay, bring the bells up here to the tag. I liked the little bell over on the right. Have them right next to each other, kind of lay them the way I like them. I'm going to kind of pick this up first because I can tell the twine is not behaving for some strange... Oh, there we go. I know what I did. There we go. Just make sure that you don't have any twine in between the 2 bells. It had folded on me and I didn't notice. So I'm kind of laying those down. I almost unthreaded it. There we go. Now that they're laying flat. Now this is where you could put glue dot underneath these on the top part. I'm just going to go ahead and do a single knot. Okay, and I always have it so these are perpendicular. I'm going to lay the bells back down the way I liked them. It's a lot easier once you do that single knot. Then I'm going to make a little loop on the bottom one. Bring this around and tie my bow. And 12 inches is plenty. Sometimes I like to do more than what I know I'm going to need because it's a little easier to tie. Now that loop's a little too long over here on the left side, so I'm going to bring that in a little bit. You just keep playing with it. But I do kind of like having a bigger bow. Okay. Now I'll trim these down here in a minute, but I'm not going to do it just now in case I want to adjust anything. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of this, like so. And I'm going to angle this, make sure all my, I see I've got a little bit of my twine sticking on the adhesive back there, so just pull that off, make sure it stays in the front. And I'm going to angle this just a little bit, not a ton. I kind of like the tag, but it's still in the middle. Just kind of tilt it over. Push this down. Now that that's on, I can play around with the bells again. I know it looks like they move a lot, but once There we go. I think that's fine. So I'm going to do this and do that. They barely moved. But like I said, if you really don't like them moving, just put glue dots on the top part. I kind of think it's kind of neat that somebody can play around with it when they get the card. So I am going to trim these, but I still want them to be a little long. I just don't want them to cover up my greeting too much. So there we go. So that's ready to go. Now grab your holly leaf and your berries. I'm going to grab my silicone mat. And I'm going to do some multi-purpose glue. I could do glue dots too, but I'm just going to put a little bit right here in the center of my leaves. And then this is going to go on like so. Looks like I got a little too much. So if you just want to put it on the berries, you can do that too. I can take my finger and get that off of there just fine. Once it dries too, you can kind of rub it off. There we go. Put a little pressure on there. That way it's stuck down really good, and it is. Now I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on this now, because I'm not worrying about the adhesive sticking out of those holes in the berries, because I'm actually just putting it on the leaves. I'm not putting it on the berries. I can put this down. I kind of liked, if you looked at this, you can tell this leaf is a little bit bigger. I kind of liked it in the corner down here. Okay, I'm going to kind of tap it down in case I want to move it. I can go ahead and get this out of the way now. I'm going to bring in the reindeer, and my Stampin' Dimensionals. I think the little baby will be fine with just one right there. Put one up here. I think I used a little more than I normally do on this just because it is paper. It's a little thinner than our cardstock, and I don't want it to collapse at all. So I'm even going to put one down here. And then one, this middle leg here, the middle legs, I'm going to make sure 2 flat sides are along the sides. It just fits. Turn it over, make sure I don't see it. I don't see it. So that should be just fine. I could put a half one down here on a couple of the legs, but I think it's going to be just fine doing it like that. So I'm going to take the paper backing off. And if you want to use half ones, just cut some off the borders here. And you can put a couple on the legs if you want to. I'm going to take all of these paper backings off. Oops. Be careful when you do that. I almost tore my little guy off. And I don't even think I got the adhesive off. There we go. Because he's barely on his mama. All right. I'm going to cover up the holly just a little bit. I almost put them on diagonal. I mean, on a diagonal like the tag, but I kind of like them straight. So I did tear him off his mama just a little bit, but I'm just going to piece it back together again. So if that happens to you, it's a very easy fix. Nobody's going to be able to tell the difference. There we go. I kind of liked him hanging over a little bit. That way I could show off the holly just a little bit better. And actually, I think I'm going to move it over just a little bit more. That's why I lay things down before I push them down, because now I can move it over a little bit. Because it was covering up my berries just a little bit more than I wanted them to. There, that looks good. So the only thing that's actually diagonal, cockeyed a little bit, is the tag. I've got the reindeer going straight. So now we need to put the inside of the card in quick. So go ahead and grab that. Put the adhesive on here. And we'll put this on the inside. And then last but not least, I want you to get those peppermint embellishments. And there are 3 different sizes, the large, medium, and small. I'm going to use 2 medium and 1 small this time. I ended up using like 3 large on 1 card, so I wanted to save some of those. So I'm going to grab a medium one here and put it about right here. Another medium one. I kind of thought like that on the corner of the tag. And a small one. I thought we need a little something down here. There we go. So that is card number 1 for Card Club this month. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So those of you that, got a little booger on there, it's off now. So those of you that are in my club, go back to the PDF and click on the link to the exclusive video, and you can finish the rest of your cards there. For those of you that are not members of my club, you've got until October 15th, 2024 to subscribe. And like I said at the beginning of the video, just look down the video description, click on that Card Club link, And the subscription button is there. And also after you subscribe, if you decide that you want to add on the bundle, you can go ahead and do that. Just click on the add-on registration form link and fill that out. And you have until the 15th to do that as well. So everything is due October 15th. Okay, well, that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you that aren't in my club, I really hope you join. I'd love to have you. And if you live in the United States and do not have a demonstrator of your own, I'd love to be yours. And if you join my club, also, if you don't have these already, I will mail these out to you. There's the annual catalog and the mini catalog. And just click that contact me link below in the video description, and I'll get these mailed out to you. If you join my club, I'll contact you to see if you have these catalogs. If you already do, I won't send any more out. But if you don't, I will send these out with your card club kit. So that way you've got the catalogs. And if you don't want to miss any of my videos, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Just click that subscribe button below. It's a little hard to say sometimes. And then when you see that little bell icon that pops up, select all. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.